So good morning, everyone. Today's Thursday, November 12th, 2020. The time is 9:03 a.m. This is our weekly community development meeting. Officially calling this meeting to order, attending Commissioners Duncan, Brooks, and Filios. And so I'll ask Nancy Jones if she would please lead us in the pledge.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, then. Polling for any opening comments, any potential conflicts of interest?
No.
None? Okay. No changes to the agenda?
Nope.
Hearing none. Director Callahan, please.
Commissioners, this first item is the ordinance for the ACI wording itself. It's necessary to be an ordinance before you, separate from the zoning, because it amends the Land Use and Development Code. And then the next item on your agenda is the zoning. And then the actual agreement is the contract, if you will, that's item C, that you sign and Hauser City Council Mayor signs, and then we're done with this.
Okay.
Apparently, I don't have an updated agenda, and I just put mine back. I don't have a C. I'm back. Okay. Thank you. Should always double check that.
So the first two ordinances are for our benefit. The C is the contract, if you will, between the city and the county.
Sure.
Okay. All right, then.
Motion?
Yep.
All right. I move that we execute the ordinance. Sorry. I had eggnog yesterday. Case number, this is awful. Derry and I are not friends.
You want me to do it?
I got it. Ordinance 557 for case number ORA 13-0002.
I second the motion. Aye.
Aye.
Aye. And so we're going to be signing the ordinance number 557.
It's only when I'm talking here. I talked to you all morning, didn't have a problem.
Should have used the blue pen. Oh, well. Oops. Okay, then.
You ready for
Yep.
motion? I move that we execute ordinance number 558 for case number ZON 13-0003.
I second the motion. Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Executing ordinance number 558. Okay, so that concludes the signing.
We've got C.
Yeah, we still have C, which is ACI. Okay. Go right ahead.
So I move that we execute the agreement for the area of city impact between City of Hauser and Kootenai County.
I second the motion. Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Signing the ACI agreement between the City of Hauser and Kootenai County. Okay, then, so that concludes the signing segment of our business meeting this morning. Moving on to our next item, which is,
Missing. Got it?
we okay? Yeah. Which is our community development update, and it's a request to convey AIN number 128085 to Medicine Mountain Grange number 84, and a potential action item. Director Callahan, please.
Commissioners, if you'll please turn to your left and look at the screen, it'll remind you that we've discussed this before. more than once, as I recall. The issue is that L is what we, the county, currently own. The only group that really makes sense to own this is the Meadowmont Cemetery, because since 1940, the presumption is AIN 128085 was for cemetery purposes. It's been taxed as such, but never used that way. In any event, Mary ultimately got through to representatives of Meadowmont Cemetery. They've agreed to accept it, and so we finally are good to go if you're willing to transfer it. I'm just waiting for this to open up.
So David, we'd be transferring it to the cemetery.
Uh-huh. The Grange, actually,
Grange,
which owns the
owns
cemetery.
this, okay.
For some reason, this doesn't want to open. Somebody else has it, I suppose. But anyway, what the email says, Leslie saw it before we started this morning, is it's an email between Mary Shaw and the Grange upper level people saying that they are agreeing to take this parcel.
Which explains why we rejected the 2 bids that came in on Tuesday.
Yes, sir, and I'm glad you did, because
Okay.
it's one of those parcels that's essentially unbuildable, and it makes sense for the Grange to own it if anyone is going to.
So can we can make a motion this morning, but can we put this on the business meeting to do the formal
Transfer the deed, you mean?
Yes.
Transfer the
Right,
deed.
yes, that would be the way to do it.
Okay, so Pat, do you need to do anything before the business meeting or for the business meeting on this?
I would have to draft a deed conveying the parcel to the Grange, but that shouldn't be, terribly difficult,
Okay, cool.
as long as I have a legal description of the property to be conveyed.
Okay.
And then that would be what would be approved at the business meeting, but we can go ahead, authorize the transfer and direct me to do that.
Okay,
Fair enough.
ready for a motion?
Okay, yeah. Go right ahead.
I move that we authorize the conveyance of AIN 128085 to Medicine Mountain Grange, number 84, with legal to draft the deed conveyance.
I second the motion. Aye.
Aye.
Aye, and the motion is carried for conveyance of AIN 128085 to Medicine Mountain Grange, number 84. Public comment? None. 9:12, meeting adjourned. Thank you.